sun was warm. The flowers bloomed across the kingdom. But inside the palace walls, something was changing. The emperor, a wise old man of 65, stood at his balcony looking over his land. He had ruled with kindness, with fairness, and with truth. But now that his hair had turned gray, his hands, once strong, trembled. He knew his time was coming to an end. And so, he made a decision that shocked everyone. He would not pass the throne to a prince or a warrior, but to a child who was worthy, not by blood, but by heart. He called all the children of the land to the royal courtyard. The children came, boys and girls of all ages, eyes wide, hearts pounding. Among them was a small boy named Aarav, just 10 years old, humble, kind, curious. The emperor smiled warmly at the children. He held up a small cloth bag and said, "Each of you will receive one seed. Take it home, plant it with care. Return in 6 months with whatever you grow." The children clapped with joy. They imagined growing the most colorful flowers. But Aarav simply held the seed close to his heart. He whispered to himself, "I will give it my best, no matter what happens." At home, Aarav found his best clay pot. He filled it with soft soil. He planted the seed gently, watered it every day. Days passed, then weeks, then months. But still, nothing grew. His friends' pots had started to bloom, colorful flowers, strong plants, beautiful leaves. But Aarav's pot stayed empty. His mother watched him worry, but she placed a hand on his shoulder. "You did your part, Aarav. Whatever happens, be proud of your honesty." 6 months later, Aarav stood at the palace gates, holding his pot, still empty. And yet, he walked in. The courtyard was full. Children held up their flowers proudly. The emperor walked, slowly. He looked at each pot. So many colors, so many blossoms. But something was wrong. His face showed no joy until he reached Aarav. Aarav stood silently, clutching his empty pot. The emperor's voice broke the silence. "Why is your pot empty, my child?" Aarav's voice shook. I tried everything, Maharaj. I watered it, gave it sun, changed the soil, but nothing grew. Still, I didn't want to lie. So I brought you the truth." The emperor paused. His eyes glistened. Then he raised his arm and shouted, "This boy shall be your next emperor." Gasps filled the air. "The seeds I gave were cooked. None of them were meant to grow. Yet many of you returned with flowers. You replaced the seed to impress me." Only Aarav was brave enough to bring honesty. Truth is more powerful than any flower, and only a heart that chooses truth can carry a crown. He placed the royal sash over Aarav's shoulders. A child, once afraid of his empty pot, now became the ruler of a kingdom. Sometimes, honesty will not win you applause. It might bring you shame or laughter from others, but in the end, it wins something greater: respect, trust, and legacy.